Alright, this is a weekly reading for Gemini. We have I think, 10 song playlist this week. So, let's see. I think it might be 11 songs actually, but give or take. Anyway, let's see. One song. I would say Katy Perry, Firework. The rest of these songs will be listed in the description below, so you can check those out, put them on a playlist, do whatever you want with them. You guys do some creative things with the, playlist, so whatever you want to do, I'm totally fine with. Anyway, so your week as a whole is going to be the King of Cups in reverse. It's going to be an Aquarius Pisces energy, so an air water sign. So calculating, coldness, unable to let go, manipulative, moodiness, devoted to a fault, bad advice, abuse of emotional intelligence. So you might feel like you're being used, you don't feel like yourself, you feel like you might need this person or they might need you. It's a weird thing. It's like they need you but they don't. And then that plays with your psyche, like, am I worthy enough to find somebody else? And blah, 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 blah. It's playing with your psyche a little bit. I would just leave. If it's getting to the point where you're having mental problems or you can't function mentally, it's time to go. Like, it's time to leave. Like, you may love this person, you may care for this person, but there's a point where caring can be done far away. So if it gets to the point where it's hard for you to leave, and it's like there's a point between love and caring, there's a point, it's like, could you just be cared about, or do you want to be loved? Like, I don't know. Some people like being used also. I mean, I've seen it. Some people that ask me questions about certain things, they're the most, like, they don't want to be alone. So they, like, ask about how their partner's feeling and all this about the relationship and stuff because they personally don't know or they're hiding information from themselves. But what I would say is that if you have to ask, you already know the answer. So only you can gauge your relationship if it's healthy for you or not. But if it gets to the point where, like, your partner is kind of cold to you and doesn't want to let go of you, I feel like that's actually more hurtful than anything, because they're not really sharing anything with you, but they just don't want to be alone. So it's like you're there for, like, a space saver, and I don't feel like any human being should be a space saver for somebody else. I feel like you need to go out there and you need to find somebody that's not going to treat you like, a bookmark, you know what I mean? But, each their own. So let's see, something unexpected that will arise. We have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, so it's a Pisces Saturn. So guilt over having to abandon people, avoiding something, not being as important as it seems, significance, being, being underestimated, fear of change, fear of loss. So, like I said, only you can gauge how bad it is. Alright? I'm not in your relationship, so I don't know. But I would look at it more defined. Like, when you're with this person, do you feel 100% that this is going somewhere, that you're reaching milestones, that you're growing as a person, that you feel energized, that you feel like, hey, I could do this for the rest of my life? Like, let's put it on the eternity level. How do you feel? But I do feel like some people don't gauge their relationship too well. They're okay with, like, normal, mediocre, and they don't want to change. Other people, they want love that's going to last a long time, so they constantly search for it until they find it. Some people settle because they're done with the search or they don't want to do the work. So it's entirely up to you. But you know, I feel like with Gemini, and I'm gonna say this, I have a lot of Gemini friends. I don't find it one way or the other, but I do feel like Geminis, you will find who you're meant to be with. Because you like to talk to people, and I don't want you making a mistake where you settle for somebody, and then somebody better comes that was meant for you, and it's kind of like the one that got away, the missed opportunity of a lifetime, and you're stuck with somebody who's kind of who who could be kind. To be kind, I'm gonna say it gets a little stale over time. Um, you know what I mean, Gemini. But yeah, it's you're gonna gauge your own relationship, but don't say I didn't tell you when the right person comes along and you can't go after them because other stuff's in the way. But let's see, number 3, how to stay grounded and balanced. We have the 7 of Cups. So good choices being made, having options, searching for purpose, decisions, pure, pure and happy. Let's see, stuff that you're happy with, being in a position, choosing from a variety, daydreaming. So you could be thinking about it. You could be weighing your options. The point is, do you like being single or do you like being with somebody? But I would kind of like find out where exactly you are as far as your happiness level. I feel like that would be a big indicator of how you feel with your relationship. Like, do you feel like you need to stay, or can you go out and like take on the world, come home and like have dinner, like like when you were a kid and you went out to play with friends, like can you still do that, or do you have to be home at a certain time? Like, that's one of those things. So we have number 4. We have important emotion you will feel this week. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So doing too much, moving too fast, recklessness, somebody leaving, a level of commitment which isn't what it could be, impulsiveness. So Cancer, Leo, water sign, fire. So I feel like I'm kind of on the right track as far as relationships are concerned. Um, so, like, if you're in a relationship, you're probably rethinking it. You're probably like, I want somebody who kind of, like, wants to go out, wants to have fun, is kind of unpredictable, kind of like a Sagittarius. But again, I feel like fire signs and air signs, like, there has to be more than, like, fire sign and air sign in your chart. Like, there has to be, like, a lot of, like, couplings of certain things where instead of just being a one-sided graph, like some people are, one person has one side of the graph and the other person has the other side of, like a map. So then, like, it's going somewhere. You can't be one-dimensional, especially in your love life. Oh, he's a Gemini and that's an Aries and we're supposed to get along. Not all Gemini and Aries get along, unfortunately. So, it's one of those things. So we have number 5. We have something that will inspire you, the Hierophant. The Pope in reverse. New approaches, commitments. You do not want rebelling, outdated tradition, submersiveness, judgment for lifestyle, being punished for doing the right thing, Taurus energy. So, like, you could be thinking of other things, going, trying to follow your own happiness, pursuit of happiness, important. Um, but I do feel like a lot of people will be like, you've been with this person so long, I thought you all were cool, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like you're looking for happiness, and you're looking for love, you're looking for things that might not be tangible to too many people because maybe they settled, so they want you to settle also. And if you're a free spirit, such as myself, you're looking for love. You're not looking for second rate, you're not looking for second place, you're not looking for third place, and you're not looking for fourth place. You're looking for the best in show in first place. So like I'm gonna say, if it's not the real thing, why settle? Um, but Gemini, I feel like you're gonna find what you want. I mean, you just have to look probably a little bit longer, or yeah, kind of make a game plan. If you don't find them by this age or that age or whatever, you're gonna settle. But um, you need to make a game plan. I feel, but I do feel like you're not happy currently, and you don't want to be used. So just giving you options, like the real person that you've been thinking about, that's like, that loves you for who you are, is probably a friend of yours that you never really considered, hey, we should go out. That person, like, it's not like far-reaching fruit, but it's fruit and it's there, and you might want to at least go on a date and entertain the idea that, maybe this is the person for me. I can't look at everybody's chart and say, hey, you should go out with so-and-so. But I've done it in the past. I mean, when I link up somebody, they don't divorce. I mean, they've been together for like 10 years. I think my first matchmaker thing was, so, I do matchmaker things, and I do make sure that they're 100% before I say, hey, you should think about this person. But yeah, I've done that in the past. So, I feel like you can be your own matchmaker, though. It's not hard. I mean, most of the people that you're going to be with are people you already know, and if you don't know them, they're probably going to come to you when you're with a friend or when you're out with relatives. So, it's like a 6-degree theory. It usually works. So, 6. How your spirit guides will speak to you this week. High Priestess. Excuse me. High Priestess in reverse. So it's a moon. Secrets. So secrets, lack of center, infidelity, outcome not known, doubt, inner voice, suppressed feelings. The future is uncertain and unpredictable. I feel like you're going to take my advice. And I do feel like you might date somebody that you didn't think, hey, we should go on a date. But again, it could be somebody that's always there for you. It's somebody that knows you better than you know yourself, I feel. But I do feel like you might be doubting it. Like, I talk to a lot of people. They're like, I want to find love. And then when I tell them, your friend is probably who you like, and they're like, oh, he's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, there's other friends you have. I don't think you have 1 or 2 friends. I think you have like 60 friends, but you only, you only consider a handful of them as potential suitors. So, But yeah, I would try to find somebody that's like who you want to be with. So, that's all I'm saying. Because I feel like there's a lot of doubt and manipulation in your current circumstances. And you could be single. I mean, like, you're elaborating why you broke up with certain people. You're not remembering the good times. You're actually looking at it in a more meaningful, like, analysis. So, of what you want, what you don't want, what you don't want to attract anymore, trying to get yourself into a higher vibration so that you can potentially have your soulmate, twin flame, or true love come to your way. So, I see that, Gemini. I'm not, not a fool to the game. Let's see. How to best support yourself this week. So, 6 of Wands. So, Success with finding success using your mind, excess pride, lack of recognition, thinking you know better than anybody else, punishment, appearing ignorant. So it's a Leo Jupiter. You could have a Leo and Jupiter. But like your partner could be a Leo and Jupiter that you have right now, or like you're thinking about. But I do feel like your Jupiter could give you more of like a louder personality than you may have wanted. But I do feel like at some point during this year, you're going to find somebody with the potential to be a good partner to you. They might be loud, they might be obnoxious, but they're going to like you. So it's going to be something to grow on you. But if your current partner is like this, you're probably going to attract another partner that's like this, but more of a compassionate person. But anyway, Gemini, I feel like there's a lot of noise in your relationships right now. So what I'm going to say is that you're going to have to self-evaluate how you feel about this relationship. A lot of people settle. I'm not, knocking people that settle. I feel that's great. You don't want to be alone. It's cool. But a lot of people think that love's a myth. Love's this, love's that. Listen, most of the time you have 20 soulmates and you have one twin flame. If you find your twin flame, that person is usually gonna tell you the truth. They don't do it often, but when you need help, they're always there. That's your twin flame. A lot of people overlook that, which is ridiculous because you shouldn't do that. But I do feel like maybe you have, and maybe you went out with somebody who was like adjacent to this person. So, it's one of those things. But if for whatever reason you went out with your current love or past loves for being within your friend group. So I feel like you are looking in the right place, but I don't feel like you're looking hard enough. So anyway, Gemini, if you like this, leave a like. If you like what I'm doing on here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas for my next video, leave them in the comment section below. But I do feel like you have dated friends before. Maybe this crush, maybe this person that you're thinking about actually friend zoned you, and you're kind of like, well, they're not interested in me, I'm just gonna move on. I don't feel like the time was right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel like the time was right. I feel like they were waiting until like they were the only ones, or like you didn't have any more prospects, or maybe waiting for you to actually get to the point where you liked what you were doing, or you had a stable career and they had a stable career, and then it would be all, the bells and whistles of a relationship. And I think maybe you didn't revisit that. So anyway, I hope this gave you some information that would help you in some way, shape, or form. But I do feel like the growth level of some people is like really slow. So, might be a little bit of patience required for some, and for a few others, it will be your time to actually, be with this soulmate twin flame. So, anyway, Gemini, I will see you in the next reading, alright? Alright, latest.